Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season, and that's Zach Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Hall again on second down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. From the 25 on 2nd down. Wilson, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Wilson now throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Brown providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Five yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you get him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out. The INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end Uzama. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 84 yards. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. 1 play and into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number one rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown. T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
I'm coming after you. Check 50, check 50. Check 3.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Kill. Turn it up. Hey, blue.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down the defense.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive, give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Wilson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it. Monday night. Second down at 5. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
To throw again on second down. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Hall on a give up the middle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
In motion left goes a tight end. Tua now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. New York ready to go again offensively.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Slayton.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. A give running right is Hall.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And going deep for Hill. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll kick things off with an AFC East clash in upstate New York. Buffalo hosting New England, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. Leonard Fournette, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Ready.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. but how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run again with Wilson. Tackle on that play by Quinton Williams.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
On the give, this is their fullback. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
57, Mike, 57. 65, 65.
A give. This is Wilson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
A handoff for Hall.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
the draw. It's Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of a...
How is this a fucking thing?
First down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50, clear. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm here on this.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Ready. Black 40. 57's the mic. Rock 57. I got it.
On first, they'll go back to Wilson. To about the 48-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike, 57.
Running the counter with Mostert. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Jet, triple, 38.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready, yellow, 22.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
57's the line. 57's the line. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up. Now with a 1st and goal.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go.
Here's Mostert. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling it. Gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. To throw again is Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the screen. 57. Mike, 57. I got you. I got you.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser or fullback and let him get the job done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to work. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Man, when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
57 for Mike. Mark 57. We ain't giving up nothing.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about...
What the motherfucking fuck? And you too.
For 2nd down. Six yards left on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You can't block shit over here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, Mostert. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now it's Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have... much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.